Please watch this video to the end as we have a follow-up on Charles Manson's condition at the end of this video. Charles Manson, hated by some and worshipped by others, and more than often named a serial killer in the media even though he isn't a serial killer. The now 83-year-old former cult leader of the Manson family has been moved from prison to a hospital where he is treated for an unspecified illness. According to the LA Times, Manson is seriously ill. Manson was sentenced to death, but this was automatically changed to life in prison after California's Supreme Court invalidated all death sentences before 1972. Charles Manson is serving life for his involvement in 9 murders. Manson has been locked up since 1971. As the information about Charles Manson's illness is kept behind the walls of the hospital, we will keep a close eye on every information we receive about Manson's state. Some younger viewers might not know much about Charles Manson, so we will take you down memory lane in this video and share a little information about who he is and about the cult family he managed to create. In a time of flower power, Manson established himself as a hippie guru in San Francisco in the late 1960s and gathered a number of followers, mostly women, who were known as his family. When the Beatles released their White Album in 1968, Manson believed the song Helter Skelter predicted an upcoming race war. Charles told his followers, known as the Manson Family, there would be rage battles between the races and the family would be saved by going underground by traveling to a city of gold located in Death Valley. But when the Armageddon didn't occur, he said he and his followers had to show people how to kill. And for the next 2 years, he convinced Patricia Krenwinkel and fellow followers Lynette Frommer and Mary Brunner into his belief. The 3 women were captivated by their leader and prepared to carry out his every wish, including mass murder. On August 9, 1969, Manson ordered his family to a Hollywood home. It turned out to be the home of actress Sharron Tate and director Roman Polanski. After Charles Tex Watson shot and killed teenager Stephen Parent in his car in the state driveway, Patricia Krenwinkel broke into the house with Susan Atkins. After surprising those inside the home, Patricia dragged Abigail Folger from her bedroom to the living room and stabbed her. When Abigail tried to escape, Patricia was said to have chased her as she ran outside screaming. Patricia pinned Abigail to the ground where she continued to stab her. As police discovered the body of Abigail, they thought the white nightgown she was wearing had been bright red. Such was the bloodshed. Elsewhere in the house, other Manson family members slaughtered Sharron Tate, the actress wife of Polanski, who was 8.5 months pregnant, as well as 3 of her friends. The following night, the family butchered business owners Leno and Rosemary LaBianca in their home in Los Angeles. Police found Mr. LaBianca with a knife lodged in his throat, 12 stab wounds and 7 pairs of fork wounds. The word war had been carved on his stomach. Mrs. LaBianca was found with multiple stab wounds in her chest and neck. On the LaBianca's living room wall, the words "Death to Pigs" and "Rise" was written in blood, and "Helter Skelter" was written on the refrigerator door. Leslie Van Houten, who had come to view Manson as Jesus Christ, was convicted of holding Rosemary down while an accomplice stabbed her to death. In 2002, Leslie told a parole board she was deeply ashamed of her role in the killings. Manson has repeatedly been denied parole, and his next hearing is scheduled for 2027. TMZ has learned that Charles Manson should have had surgery Thursday night for intestinal bleeding, but the doctors determined Manson was too weak and the procedure too risky. Sources who are familiar with Manson's situation has revealed that Charles Manson was taken from prison to a hospital some days ago because of a lesion in his intestines that was causing significant bleeding. The sources were told doctors wanted to perform surgery shortly after the 82-year-old Manson arrived, but he refused. But Thursday, Manson had changed his mind and agreed to the surgery, but during pre-op doctors determined he needed to go under the knife, but they felt it was life-threatening because he was so weak. We can now reveal that Charles Manson has been returned to the Central Valley prison where he is serving his life sentence. If you want to dig deeper into the case, you'll find links to the articles that inspired us for making this video. Don't miss out on any crime news. Follow us on Facebook, Pinterest, and Instagram. And don't forget to slap that follow button and click the bell. Then you will be updated when we have news for you.